Spoto. He already knew where that ball was going, and he was right there to close that point out. And we're already going here. 1-0. 1-0 first. First game. All right. Again, big shout to our sponsors here, the Arena Beach Club, as well as Beach Tennis Masterclass. And again, you guys can download that application, okay? You guys can download that application, and it's an online video course on how to play beach tennis. A lot of folks can't come up with the cash sometimes to pay for, physical classes right there on the beach or wherever you might be playing. And this is kind of the best way for you to learn here. So we got a whole master class from some of the top pros in the world, all coming to you digitally here from your phone here. Let's get into the action here. Second point here on the first set. Gianotti está sacando. The first. Okay. Okay. Oof, 1-2 punch. 1-2 punch from the kids. I think they called that out, though. I think they may have called that out. I'm not sure. Oof. Yuji couldn't get that smash here to go over that net. Got to hit that ball up a little higher. Gianotti continues with the serve here. They're already up 1-0 in the first set. Action here on center court. Bt400 Arecibo. Bola fuera. We're looking like 40-15. Nope, 2-0 here. First set. 2-0 here for first set. Gianotti Spoto, number 1 in the world. And again, this is the team to, of course, watch out for. We'll give you some updates on what the recent tournament activity has been for those two once we hit the break. We got the kids serving here. Eduardo Fonsatti. Fonsatti con el saque. They're going to try to stay in this game and try to stay with the number 1 team here. You can just tell the reaction time is so fast for this number 1 team. That's why they're number 1. Fonsetta with the serve. I'm not sure if they call that out or not. So fuera, I think they called it outside here. Fonsatti with the serve. Fonsatti with the serve. Bola fuera. That return, you got to keep it low. You got to keep it low in this game. That return to serve is one of the most important points of the game. You got to keep it low. Nice push from the kid, Yuji. And again, a little bit of data here on these players here from Brazil. We already know Gianotti Spoto, of course. You guys already know these guys. Yuji, the guy serving right now. Or, sorry, Fonsatti. 17 years old. His partner, Mateus, 17 years old as well here. So you have 2 17-year-olds down here in Puerto Rico to play beach tennis. It's absolutely incredible playing at the level that these guys are playing. Yuji is ranked currently, as we continue the serve here. Spoto with the return. Back on the board here, and it's looking like we are deuce. Deuce here, deuce. All right, so Yuji, again, is number 143 in the world, and Fonsatti, I believe, is around, it's a little bit over 200, I believe. So, again, you got the young kids trying to make a name for themselves here against the number 1 team in the world. Just got on the board here, just got on the board. 2-1 here. 2-1 here as we go to break. Let's check out the commercial here from one of our sponsors, Beach Tennis Masterclass. So you can check that out again. Again, this is an application you can download right from your phone.
Our vision is to give every beach tennis player, no matter where he or she is located and no matter what level of playing, the access to the secret knowledge and insights of the best beach tennis players of the world. We've created an online learning platform with the best current and best former players of the whole world of beach tennis, the Beach Tennis Masterclass.
Again, you can download that application on your Google and your Apple phones and have access to all those classes. There's even mental game of tennis on that application, which, believe it or not, is one of the most important parts, right? What is your mind doing while you're sitting on that court and playing? That's probably one of the things that most people struggle with, especially when you're trying to, get better in the sport. Oftentimes, it's you out there with yourself, and you're making a lot of mistakes because you're in your head. And they have a whole class here designed to help you out with some of those issues here. And this class is good for beginners all the way up to advanced players. So if you're a beginner and you don't know anything about the sport, this is the way to kind of get yourself in there and get yourself in the game and go from beginner to advanced really quickly here. All right, so let's keep going with the action. 2-1 on the first set. Gianotti, Spoto. Spoto serving. Again, 1-2 punch here from the number one team. You're going to see that a lot, I would imagine, in this game as we keep going here. Aldia is going to get us some updates from the action out there. And as we check out some comments here from the stream, remember, this is Puerto Rico Beach Tennis. That hit the line right there. Kids are on the board, 15 all here. All right. Benicius is asking, Baran Capelletti, is there a transmission? Baran Capelletti, they're playing on another court. We're going to get those scores for you soon here. All right. But currently speaking, this is your only live transmission here. Hook here in the net from Fonsatti. And we got 30-15, Gianotti, Spoto. Spoto with the serve. Again, another 1-2 punch. Nice defense from the kid, though. Woo! Nice defense from the kid to stay in the point there. And again, these guys are going to be active every single point they get, every single game they get. So get out there in the center court here and feel the energy, man. So you got to give it to the kids here. They're trying to make a name for themselves out here. Bt400 Arecibo. Spoto with the serve. Oof. Se fue. Fuera. So we got 40-30 here from the number one team, Gianotti, Spoto, who are currently looking real comfortable out there. And there you go. That's the game. That's the game. 3-1. 3-1 for Gianotti, Spoto. And we got the kids serving Mateus, Yuji. Looks like Fonsatti's got the Zen Sports going. Nice point brewing here. Gianotti with the lob that se quedó afuera. Kids are on the board, 15 love. And again, you love seeing the reactions after they win every single point. Bien emocionante. A toda la gente que están viendo desde Brasil, saludos. Thank you for joining us out here. Dirty love. Dirty love from the 17-year-olds from Brazil. Okay, Gianotti couldn't get that return to go over the net. 40 love, 40 love. Let's hope the kids can put this down and get it to 3-2 here. Points are going quick here. Points are going quick. Here we go. Serve from Yuji. Serve on the number one side. Nice drop shot cruzado. Return here from Fonsatti. Se quedó afuera. All right, so we got 40-15 on the board here on this fourth game. Cancha central. Oof. Gianotti here sped up that push. And they couldn't return the ball here. 40-30 in this match. Cancha Central Arecibo, Bt400. El primer Bt400 aquí en Puerto Rico. It's a big tournament for us. And let's go back to the serve here from Yuji. Ay, se fue afuera. And ya se acabó. All right, let's go to break here. We got... Oh, no, it's 40-40. Deuce here still. Deuce here. We got one more point. That's what I thought. We got deuce here. Or they're challenging here the line here. Challenging the line here, and it looks like 40-40. 40-40. That was the serve there from Yuji that apparently was first out, but they thought it was out, but it was in. All right. Nice point brewing here. Couple of nice drop shots. Gianotti trying to spring it up. Ooh, Spoto with a nice smash. Buena defensa, Fonsatti. Oh, that was the point right there. Spoto tried to close it up with a lob cruzado. And it didn't land in. And the kid's back up on the board, man. Kid's back up on the board. And you're looking at 3-2 here. 3-2. In the first set, Gianotti Spoto. Men's round of 16. We got our guys on the ground here, out there in all the courts, getting us the scores from the other matches that are going on. Let's talk about the other matches here, though. Let's talk about the draw currently, okay? Let's talk about the men's draw currently for the round 16. You got Gianotti Spoto, of course, we're watching right now. Rafa Navas and Cayo Maul. And these guys are from Florida here. And they're playing against Felipe Loque and Anthony Ramos. So that one is an interesting game. Leo Branco and Oliveira playing against Ayrton and Tales. You got Diego Lopez, Puerto Rico's own, Fabian Rodriguez, Luca Andriolini, and Mola. I'm trying to get him in here later because I really thought Andriolini and Felipe Loque were going to play together. But you can see they kind of split up. Luca is playing with Mola, and Felipe Loque is playing with Anthony Ramos. So that's very interesting kind of situation brewing here on the men's side of things. Sander Castro and Manu Ringsletter, they won first round against Axel Samardzic and Nacho Guedes in an upset there in the first round. They're going to play against Puerto Rico's best, number one team in Puerto Rico, Javi and Yuyo. And we'll see what happens there. Hopefully that match happens here on the center court. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube and get all the updates here. Let's get back to the action here on center court. 3-2, Gianotti Spoto, arriba. And Gianotti with the serve right now. On the board here, 15-0 with the serve. Honestly, I don't even think I could return a serve from either one of them, Gianotti or Spoto. I really don't think I could. I'm going to ask him, though. I'm going to ask him later. Like, yo, serve to me. Let me just see. Let me just see if I can return it. Nice put away here. Fonsetta tried to go up for the block right there. Couldn't make it happen. 30 love. 30 love here. Gianotti with the serve. Again, right down the middle here. Couldn't get that push to go through. Sometimes you jump off that, right? So you're coming in. After every serve, remember, you got to jump. You got to kind of run into the court. And it's very easy to kind of just jump into the court to kind of cover the space. And then you get that ball up top, and most of us just hit it right into the net. Of course, these guys are the number ones in the world. You don't expect them to miss that much, but they do. They do 100%. We got 30 all, as Spoto just missed a, fairly easy push right there. Gianotti again with the serve. As we keep going on the action here, center court. That serve, again, it cuts down on you. So as soon as it passes that net, shoo. 40-30. As the number one team here tries to close out this point to go up 4-2. Nice serve here. Whew. Para una. Incredible serve right there down the line with a little spin to it too. And we're back on the board here. 4-2. Let me try to get this going. 4-2. 4-2 Spoto contra Fonsatti and Yuji. We got some people in the live stream here going for the kids. Now, sacando Fonsatti with the hook here to keep it in the game. Nice couple of drop shots here. That was in. Wow. Gianotti with a smash cruzado. Landed in a right back end of the court right there. Amazing shot. Amazing shot. All right. Keep going with the action here. Lob cruzado. And that was out. That was out. On the board here for the kids. 15 all. 15 all. Marcelo Rigon, come on, little bird. Quem es little bird? New generation from Brazil. Yes, 100%. 100%. Big shout out. A lot of people going for the new generation here. Oof. Gianotti here. Missing that smash here from the middle of the court. Trying to go straight down the middle with that. 30-15 here. Eduardo and Mateus Yuji. They're talking to each other a lot there on the court. Kind of keeping each other pumped up. Keeping each other with energized. As you can see, a lot of people now in Cancha Central just hanging around. Wow, falló un cortito. Spoto. He was trying to give it a drop shot here, cruzado. Cross-court drop shot to the backhand of Yuji. And it didn't hit that net. 40-15. The kids go up, 40-15. Let's see if they can make this 4-3 here. Wow, Gianotti with another rare miss here. Down the line shot from the kid. We go to 4-3. We go to 4-3. Very impressive from the kids. 4-3, here we go. And again, we're out here in Arecibo, Puerto Rico. Bt400 here. Bt400 Arecibo, Puerto Rico. The first Bt400 that we're seeing in Puerto Rico. And again, this is brought to you by B Beach Tennis as well as Fundación Rimas. Nosotros somos Puerto Rico Beach Tennis, and we are doing the live stream here to bring this to all of us out there in Puerto Rico and all over the world that love the sport of beach tennis. So this transmission, of course, will be in English and Spanish. I'll be joined later on with a lot of other players, a lot of folks from B Beach Tennis as well. They're going to stop by, so you don't want to miss the action. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And we're going to hook it up with an ad here from one of our sponsors, The Arena. The Arena Beach Tennis. All right, back to the action here on center court. That was the Arena Beach Club. So if you ever come to Puerto Rico and you're not from here, you're looking for a place to play beach tennis and hang out with your crew, the Arena Beach Tennis Club is right there close to San Juan, 10, 15 minutes away from San Juan. As we look at a smash here from the kid, Yuji, right down the middle. He's pumped up. He's pumped up. 15 love. 15 love, and Spoto está sacando. Who is Little Bird? Everybody keeps saying Little Bird. So Little Bird is Yuji. Okay. Little Bird is Yuji. Okay, so in Brazil, apparently they called Yuji the Little Bird. I want you guys from Brazil to tell me why you call the kid Little Bird. Ese lob se cayó afuera. Dirty love. Dirty love from the kids. Little Bird and Fonsatti. I'm going to start using Little Bird too until you guys tell me what it's for. Spoto with the serve. I'm sure they're getting frustrated. Buena. You know, that serve kind of pulled Fonsatti out of the court here, and Gianotti was able to just push the ball right through the middle. You got a big hole right there. That's how you make points happen here. You got to look for the holes. You got to look for los huecos. That's what we call them down here in Puerto Rico. You can't just throw that ball right in that other player's hand. You know, then they can do anything with it. Nice return here from Fonsatti. Spoto couldn't get to it. Spoto couldn't get to it. So we're looking at 15-40 here off the number one team. Okay, Guilherme is saying because he looks like a little bird. So that's why I call him Little Bird. Whoa. I don't know what just happened here, but Spoto's pissed. Spoto's pissed. It's 4-4 here. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so we got 4-4. Little Bird and Fonsatti. It went up. I don't know what just happened there, but Spoto was pissed and hit a ball straight out the court. All right, so we're serving here from Little Bird. Nice gancho. Man, this is already an amazing point here. Smash straight down the middle from Fonsatti. Wow. Incredible point right there. These kids can play. This is the first time I'm watching these kids play. Fonsatti looks like it's from the Zand team. Antomi Ramos right there. Zand Sports. He's got the shirt and the racket here from Zand. 15 love. The kids go up. We got the serve from Little Bird. Oh, and he flies like a bird. Okay, so now he looks like a bird and he flies like a bird. All right. I got it. Buena defensa. Wow, so that ball hit the tape and then went over? Not sure. Can't tell from here. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. All right. Sigue sacando Little Bird. No, cayó afuera. That return to serve right there from Gianotti. It looks like they're having a bit of bad luck here in this first set against the kids here from Brazil, the new generation. I think he's 40 love. We'll see what happened on that point, that serve here. Oof. All right. Spoto reminds us all why he is the number one with a nice, easy put away right there. Joao, send hi to my friend from Brazil. His name's Chupacu. Chupacu. Oh, what's going on, Chupacu? You got to give me the accents too so I can say it properly in the Portuguese accent. All right. Wow, fuera, fuera, fuera. Gianotti pissed, kicking up some sand here. It looks like they're still in this. So this is 40-30 now. This is 40-30 now officially. 40-30 now officially. Let's see if the kids can close this out. Nice serve. Yuji with the big lob. Batra couldn't cut it. Couldn't close it here. We're going to deuce. Or not. Yeah, we're going to deuce here. We're going to deuce here. 4-4 in the first set. Number one team versus the young kids from Brazil here. Little Bird and Fonsatti. Incredible first set here so far. Very impressive set from the kids. All right, Fonsatti subió la bola. Buena defensa. These are long rallies here these guys are having too. Spoto try to put it away with a smash. Reset the point here. Oh, man. Little Bird tried to lob it over Spoto. It wasn't far enough. It wasn't deep enough. Here's a replay here for you. Spoto had it nice and easy, but, man, these kids can play here. If Little Bird had that a little bit farther up, boom. That was it right there. That was it right there. Incredible here. Incredible. 5-4 here. Gianotti Spoto. 5-4 here, Gianotti Spoto, as we go into break. Let's talk a little bit about the draw, and let's talk a little bit about the kids here. I want to know a little bit more about them. And let's see what kind of tournaments these kids have been playing here. I'm sure they've been playing all out in Brazil. Fonsatti is actually 19. He's not 17. I was incorrect. He's 19. And current ranking right now is 301. 301, and Little Bird is around 140 or 150. 140 or 150. All right? And they're up against the number one team here, Gianotti Spoto, and they're playing side by side with them, man. 5-4 in the first set. You're going to have Gianotti serving, though. And, you know, y'all know how Gianotti serves. So now, as you go around the crowd here and you take a look at Cancha Central, there's a good amount of people here showing up already. It's about 9 o'clock around here in the morning, Arecibo. Sun's starting to hit. That sand's going to get really hot. Let's check on the wind here and check the flags in the back here and see what the wind is looking like as we watch Spoto calmly going back to his position on the court as the number one in the world here. And remember, this tournament is the Bt400, brought to you by Beach Tennis and Fundación Rimas. We are Puerto Rico Beach Tennis, and we are giving you the live stream here straight from the tournament. And we'll have a lot more interviews and guest spots here as well as people start filing in as the quarterfinals start. Let's get to this first set here, and let's see if Gianotti Spoto can close this out. Nice serve, forehand side of Little Bird. Couldn't get it over. And we're 15 love here. 15 love here in what could be the last game here on this first set. Another serve here, straight to the forehand of Fonsatti. Lob bien profundo. And Little Bird couldn't come up with the smash right there. The smash from back there is incredibly difficult, right? I mean, you got to basically push that ball up and give it a lot of effecto, a lot of spin just to get it over that net. All right, so we're going up 30 love. Gianotti here just missed the serve here, so we're going 30-15 as the kids are getting pumped, man. They got to pump each other up. Little Bird here is pumped up. We're pumped up here, too. Tudo Bt. Shout out to Tudo Bt. Nice cortito. Nice little drop shot to Spoto right there. Spoto couldn't come up with it. His racket was already up there, looking to kind of push that out, and it just wasn't in the right position here. And you're looking at 30-30. Let's see if Spoto can put this away. Nice 1-2 punch right there. Fonsatti was there, just couldn't get that ball to go over. 40-30 here, Matt. This is a set point right here. Spoto with a nice drop shot cruzado. Little Bird answers back. Gianotti couldn't get it over. And now we're going to deuce, baby. Deuce here. The kid's got a chance to save this. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, guys, I just fixed the score. 5-4 from Gianotti's Spoto. Apologies on that. Let's see what happens. Still set point here from Gianotti. Nice serve, straight down the line. Oh man, what are you gonna do right there? What are you gonna do right there? You can't fault the kids. That's 6-4 right there for the number one team. 6-4 right there with the number one team here. Let's cut to our sponsors here before we get to the second set. Again, we got the Arena Beach Tennis as well as Beach Tennis Masterclass. Big shout out for those guys who believed in us from the start. It took us a lot to get this far, Puerto Rico Beach Tennis, and to get this whole stream up here for you guys. And again, we're looking to do all this all over Puerto Rico. And let's cut to our sponsors here, Arena Beach Tennis. We're back here with the action here, and look who I am joined by. This is Bea Rivera and Andrea from Venezuela, ¿verdad? And this is after they won on Cancha Central contra Bianca and Mariela. They're going to quarterfinals against Patty and Rafa. But first, tell us a little bit about the game and tell us a little bit about that match. We're happy that we got to do it because that was just a Puerto Rican kind of thing. I mean, of course, with the exception of Andrea here. But talk to us a little bit about that match.
Bueno, pues a mí me encantó el poder estar en Cancha Central en un juego tan grande. Sí, fue un juego difícil porque fue contra unos contrincantes que son las que siempre estamos en las finales aquí en Puerto Rico, en todos los torneos. Y pues obviamente ya saben cómo yo juego, yo sé cómo ellas juegan, se complica un poco más la cosa porque ya nos leemos bastante bien el juego de cada una. Más métele el viento que viene de lado, uno sí tiene que hacer ese ajuste. Yo en varias ocasiones gritándole a Andrea que la bola era outside y de la nada la tenía encima de ella súper buena porque el viento viene de lado y se la traía para atrás. Hacer esos ajustes poco a poco nos dio trabajo, pero lo logramos.
And Andrea, how do you like playing here in Puerto Rico? You started to play a lot more here in Puerto Rico. I noticed you play a lot of tournaments in Venezuela and outside of Puerto Rico, but how do you like playing in Puerto Rico?
Bueno, la verdad es una increíble experiencia, es muy parecido a Venezuela y por eso siempre me gusta venir, es uno de mis lugares favoritos.
Bueno, okay, so this next match against Rafa and Patti, what do we got to do here? What do we got to do here to make this happen?
Bueno, pues pienso que tenemos que utilizar bastante el viento y, jugar cada punto como si fuera el último para poder dar el mejor resultado.
All right, last one from Andrea. What are you going to be focusing on? ¿Qué va a enfocarse en el juego contra Patty y Rafa?
Yo creo que lo más importante siempre es dar lo mejor de nosotras, sin importar quién esté del otro lado y guerrearla hasta el final, hasta lo que quede.
Vamos las boricuas. We'll see you guys in Cancha Central for the quarterfinals. Thank you so much for stopping by. Ciao. Let's get back to the action here. Cancha Central, second set. We got the kids serving. Fonsatti. These are incredible points here the kids are playing here. Reset. They're able to reset these points very quickly. Gianotti, again, is able to smash that ball from deep in the court. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Let's get back to the action here. 15 love here. 0-15 here. And again, these kids are playing amazing here. Shout out to all the folks here from watching from Brazil. And I know you guys are going for the kids right now. As Fonsatti put one in the net. We got 0-30. Love 30. Love 30. I'll get to the comments here soon. I know we got a lot of people here coming out here. Let's see what we got going here from Spoto. Nice push en el medio from Fonsatti to get on the board. Again, these kids are playing amazing here. 19 years old, Fonsatti, and 17 years old from Little Bird. And again, his name is Yuji. Mateus Yuji, but everybody in Brazil apparently calls him Little Bird because, number one, he looks like a bird and he moves like a bird, apparently. Nice ball there from Spoto in the corner. All right, 15-40 here. 15-40, second set. Kids are going to try to stay in this match as Spoto and Gianotti try to break this serve from Fonsatti. Well, they didn't have to do too much work there. He broke it himself. As we go 1-2 up, Gianotti, Spoto in the second set here, okay? Let's go to commercial here. Let's go to commercial here from Beach Tennis Master Class from one of our sponsors. Masterclass.
Our vision is to give every beach tennis player, no matter where he or she is located and no matter what level of playing, the access to the secret knowledge and insights of the best beach tennis players of the world. We've created an online learning platform with the best current and best former players of the whole world of beach tennis, the Beach Tennis Masterclass.
All right, here. Well, I'm going to give you some updates here from what's going on outside of Cancha Central. We got a lot of updates coming here from the scores on round of 16 on the men's side. Remember, you can only see one match here, but there's a lot more action going on here as we start this second game here. Spoto is going to serve here. I'll update you with some of those scores. Let's see what Spoto can do here. Nice serve here, straight to the forehand side. Fonsatti couldn't come up with it. 15 love here. Spoto Gianotti. That smash again. I mean, he does that on his back foot, on 2 feet, on no feet. That's why they're number one. And by the way, Spoto's like 24. Super young too. They're both super young. He's 24, 25. Gianotti's like 23. I don't know. I think he's older, 27. We'll take a look there as well. Not sure on that ball right there. Okay. Let's go 40 love here. 40 love here. Spoto. Woo! And Gianotti, they're closing it out here. 2-0. 2-0. Let's give some updates here from what's going on outside of Cancha Central here. So Mola Andreolini ganaron ya 6-0, 6-1. All right. So that game is done here. Nikita Giovannini 4-1. First set contra Felny, our friend Felny. That's in the first set right there. Capibarang, they already won 6-1, 6-1. That game is over. Little Bird here serving third point here in the second set. That lob was out here. All right, 15 love. 15 love. Saka, Little Bird. That third ball right there, or that segundo tiro, después del saque, es el tiro más clave en ese deporte. Yo pienso. Right? Because after your serve, that second ball, you gotta put it in a place where you're starting the point. You don't want to give it to him too high. Otherwise, again, at this level, that's it. Push straight to your face, and you're done. You know, you want to get a nice little drop shot here in one of the holes on the court. Nice serve here, ace. Get the kids on the board here. 15-30. 15-30 in the third game here. Yeah, we're talking about the wind a lot here. I mean, you can see the flags blowing in the back there. The wind is definitely a factor, as Bea and Andrea had just told us here. Remember, they are going to the quarterfinals against Patty and Rafa. Nice serve again. Forehand side from Spoto. Oof. Couldn't get that to go right there. And now you're looking at 15-40 here, second set. They're already down 2-0. They go down 3-0 here. This is where the mental game starts to come into the play. You know, this is where the mental game starts to come into play. And again, that's where the masterclass can help you out here. Go to Bt400.1. And again, download that application here and check out that master course here. It's got a lot of tidbits on the mental game. As I said, you get that ball a little bit too high right there. These guys are going to close that point as quickly as possible here. So we're going down 3-0 in the second set. 3-0 in the second set here. All right. Let's take a look at what's going on some of the other courts here. Okay. So let's give a full update on the other courts here. 5-4. 5-4, Ayrton and Branco. Okay, so Ayrton Tales. Mala mía. So Ayrton and Tales, they're up 5-4 in the first set against Leo Branco. Okay, 6-0, 6-1, Anthony Iloki. All right, so they already won. Okay. So Felipe Iloki y Anthony Ramos, ya, 6-0, 6-1, eso se acabaron. Mola y Andreolini, 6-0, 6-1, eso se acabaron. Nikita y Giovannini, they're in the first set, 4-1, contra Felny Ramirez and Hiram Ramos. Puerto Rican team. Felny, of course, is a good friend of us at Puerto Rico Beach Tennis. He'll be joining me later on to do the stream. He's battling it out with Crazy Horse and Nikita right now. Capelletti and Baran 6-1, 6-1. Ya se acabaron ese partido. And 6-0, 3-0, Javi Yuyo. Okay? Javi Yuyo, they're the number one team here in Puerto Rico. Okay? And again, they're playing against Sander Castro, and they're playing against Manu Ringsletter from Germany. Okay? So that game is looking like it could be over pretty soon too. Okay? So, there you go, the viento. There you go, the flags here. Looking a little windy out there on center court. Remember, it's only around 10 o'clock in the morning here. 11 o'clock in the morning here, sorry. And, wow. Seguimos con la acción aquí en la cancha central. 3-0 en el segundo set as our players make their way to see what's going down. As you can see, more people here filing into to Cancha Central. As we continue the action, round of 16 here, men's side. Women's side is done. We're going to quarterfinals after on the women's side. That will start around 12 o'clock. Okay? Gianotti here, points on the board here, 15 love. Oh, man, miscommunication right there. They didn't know which one was going back there to get that lob from Spoto. Little Bird thought Fonsatti had it covered, but he didn't. 30 love. 30 love, second set. Gianotti with the serve. He's able to kind of twist that racket around and do a lot of different things with it on that second ball, right? So he's approaching it like this, but then he's turning it around and kind of floating it, using his wrist to kind of move that racket around. All right, Spoto continues with the serve here. We're waiting for updates on Hugo Russo and Gagano. So we're waiting for updates there. Nice serve there from Gianotti. Game over here. So that's 4-0 here. 4-0 here in the second set. The kids had it going. They had the energy. And again, that's what the experience kind of has. You have to keep that level of intensity up for a long period in time. Remember, in beach tennis, long period in time for beach tennis is 40 minutes. To keep that explosivity up, to keep that intensity up for that long, you got to be physically with it. You got to be mentally with it. It ain't that easy here. 0-15 here. Fifth game here on the second set. Now the number one team here is cruising here in the second set. We're looking at 4-0. And a miss there from the kid. And we're looking at love 30 here. Love 30. Fonsatti is serving. Fonsatti with the serve. Right down the middle. Spoto defense here landed. I thought that was going out. But that landed here. 40 love. $0-40. All right. Looks like Fonsatti's giving a pep talk to Little Bird out here. Let's go, guys. Nice backhand cruzado. Spoto kept attacking that line here. That backhand side of Little Bird here. And looks like he couldn't keep up with it. And now we're talking about... this might be 40 love here. Or 40-15. That's in. That's in as we go to break here. 5-0. 5-0 here. 5-0 here as the champs come back. Look to take the second set here. Bueno, seguimos con la acción aquí en la cancha central. We got the number one team in the world up 5-0 on the second set after winning the first 6-4. Let's take a look at what's going on outside of the center court here. Nikita and Tomás Giovannini, Crazy Horse, as you guys all know him, ganaron contra Félix Ramírez and Hiram Ramos 6-3, 6-1. And el juego de Javi Yuyo, Sander, Sander apparently hurt himself, and they had to stop that match here. So Javi Yuyo are going to pass straight to the quarterfinals. Okay, so you got Javi Yuyo there, Nikita Toma, and then Ayrton and Thales and Branco. That game is still going on. That game is really close. And then you got all the big winners here already winning here. Mola, Andriolini, Cape Barang, Anthony Felipe Locke. So they all won here. We're still waiting on the details here from Hugo Russo. Remember here, we are at the Bt400 Arecibo in Puerto Rico. This is the first Bt400 that we've seen here thus far in the history of beach tennis here in Puerto Rico. And we play a lot of beach tennis down here. Not as much, clearly, as Brazil here. Brazil, of course, is in the house on the live stream, going for Little Bird and Fonsatti here as we hit this possibly last game right here. Nice smash, though, from Fonsatti. Reminding everybody, he's still here. He's still here. Love 15 as Spoto serves to try to close this out and get to the quarterfinals. Okay, so esa bola fue afuera. So we got 15 love. 15 love right here. Remember, guys, subscribe to the YouTube here and stay informed of all the games upcoming. We're going to stream about 8 games total today. This is the second. So we get another miss here from Little Bird. So we got 30-15 here, Spoto serving. We got another 6 games left. So all the quarterfinals are going to be played here, more or less. A couple of the quarterfinals are going to be played on the other courts. We'll give the updates there, but there's some big quarterfinal matches that you got to watch here on the women's side as well as the men's side. Nice smash right to the forehand of Little Bird. That racket just, boop, flop back. And we got match point here. Match point here on Cancha Central. Gianotti Spoto, la dupla número 1 en el mundo contra los jóvenes de Brasil. Let's see if they can close this out here. Match point. Couple of nice drop shots here. And botó el remate. Gianotti Spoto ganaron en la cancha central. Ronda de 16. Felicidades a los jóvenes, man. They play well. They play well. And Little Bird, I'm going to try to get him for an interview here later. We'll see if we can make that happen. Guys, stick around. Again, this is Puerto Rico Beach Tennis coming at you straight from the sand in Arecibo. Bt400 right here in Arecibo, okay? Seguimos con la acción en la cancha central. We're going to have all the quarterfinals matches for you. So subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get the notifications here. And we'll see you real soon. 12 o'clock is the next game.